Throughout history, there are moments that seem beyond our understanding. Stories so strange, so eerie, that they remain unsolved, like dark riddles written in the annals of time. The search for truth leads us to the edge of our imagination, where facts blur with legend. Today we explore some of history's most baffling unsolved mysteries, each a key to an unknown door, behind which lies a secret that refuses to be discovered. In the quiet town of Taos, New Mexico, something strange has been plaguing residents for decades. A deep, low-frequency hum that can be heard by only a select few. Known as the Taos Hum, it has been described as a constant, low, droning sound, almost like the rumble of distant engines. For years, the hum has baffled scientists, as they've been unable to determine its source. It doesn't seem to come from any industrial machinery, and it doesn't follow any regular pattern. Some claim it's an environmental anomaly, perhaps coming from deep within the Earth's crust. Others suggest a man-made source, possibly secret military operations or underground testing. Then there are those who believe it's a psychological phenomenon, a form of mass hysteria. But what if it's something we can't yet comprehend? The mystery of the Taos Hum continues to resonate with those who hear it, leaving them wondering, is it a natural occurrence, or is there something far stranger at work? In December of 1900, 3 lighthouse keepers, James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, and William Ross, disappeared without a trace from the Flannan Isles lighthouse, located off the coast of Scotland. When a relief vessel arrived to replace the men, it found the lighthouse eerily silent and abandoned. The lamps were out, the clocks had stopped, and the men's personal belongings were left behind. But the most puzzling clue was a log entry made just days before their disappearance. It described severe weather conditions, but no sign of a storm had been recorded. What could have happened? Some believe a violent storm swept them away, but the calm weather contradicts this theory. Others suggest that a mysterious force or even foul play may have been involved. Could they have been swept into the sea, or was something far darker at play? The mystery of the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers remains unsolved, as their fate continues to haunt the rocky cliffs where they once worked. In Nova Scotia, Canada, lies Oak Island, home to one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in the world. For centuries, treasure hunters have scoured the island in search of a hidden treasure buried deep beneath its surface. The story begins in 1795, when a young boy named Daniel McGuinness discovered a strange depression in the ground while exploring the island. He and his friends dug into the earth and discovered layers of stone, wood, and coconut fibers, but never reached the treasure they were searching for. Over the years, countless expeditions have tried to uncover what's hidden on Oak Island. Some believe the treasure may be the lost wealth of the Knights Templar, while others speculate that it could be the fabled treasure of Captain Kidd, the notorious pirate. But each dig brings more questions than answers, with strange traps and obstacles thwarting every attempt. To this day, no one knows what lies at the bottom of the infamous money pit, and the island's secrets remain buried deep in the earth. In 1908, an archaeological dig on the Greek island of Crete uncovered an artifact that has left historians and linguists puzzled for over a century: the Phastos Disc. The disc is made of fired clay and covered in strange symbols that spiral inward, resembling an ancient form of writing. Despite extensive efforts to decipher the symbols, no one has been able to crack the code. The Phastos Disc may be the key to an unknown language, or it may represent a form of writing lost to time. But what makes this artifact even more intriguing is the possibility that it may not even belong to the Minoan civilization it was discovered with. Some believe it could be evidence of an entirely unknown culture, its message locked in the disc's enigmatic symbols. Could the Phastos Disc hold the key to understanding an ancient civilization, or was it a piece of art created purely for ritualistic purposes? Its meaning remains one of the greatest unsolved puzzles of archaeology. In the 1950s, radio signals began to be detected by scientists around the world. But these weren't signals from Earth. They came from deep space, long before satellites were even launched. As the years passed, rumors began to circulate about an object in orbit around Earth, an unknown satellite, possibly of extraterrestrial origin, transmitting mysterious signals. It was dubbed the Black Knight satellite. Over time, some of the earliest space exploration missions picked up strange radio frequencies that could not be traced to any known source. Conspiracy theorists argue that the Black Knight satellite is an ancient alien probe, placed in orbit to monitor human activity. Some claim that the object was detected by NASA astronauts in the 1960s, but any photographic evidence of the satellite remains elusive. Is the Black Knight satellite real? If so, what is its purpose, and who or what is responsible for sending it to watch over us? We may never know. The Nazca Lines are a series of enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert floor in southern Peru. These lines and shapes, some of which are over 1,000 feet long, depict animals, plants, and geometric shapes that are best appreciated from the air. But how were these enormous figures created, and what purpose did they serve? Many theories have been proposed. Some suggest they were designed as a massive astronomical calendar. Others believe they were created as part of religious rituals, while some even suggest extraterrestrial involvement, with the lines being a landing strip for ancient visitors. The most perplexing element of the Nazca Lines is the fact that the ancient Nazca people, who created them, did not have the technology to view the lines from above. Were they meant to be seen by the gods, or is there another, deeper purpose behind these enormous and enigmatic figures? The Nazca Lines remain one of the world's greatest unsolved archaeological puzzles. These mysteries, each one as elusive as the truth itself, remind us that not all answers are meant to be found. The more we search, the more questions arise, and sometimes the journey itself is the most captivating part. History is full of dark corners and hidden secrets, and while some may remain unsolved forever, the pursuit of truth continues to inspire us.